Oh, that's better. Hello. 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 There we go. Much better. Excellent. What's up, everyone? How are we all doing tonight? Yeah, my I don't know why it does that. It just likes to put whatever it feels like signing me up for at the moment. Excellent. I'm glad you can all hear me. Let's see if we can have some open topic conversations tonight. It is 13 degrees out and so cold, but the night sky is so beautiful. I wish I had my telescope out. How you doing, Jay? Lewis? Barb's Country Home. Hello. What is it? Is that Eric Hale? Eric Hale? Is that right? Here, hello. Yeah. So how are we doing, huh? Everybody good? Work was kind of easy tonight. Obviously, we're able to go live. Wifey is, doing the bathroom cigarette thing and all that stuff. Yeah, sounds like Eric. Okay, excellent. Eric Hale. Wonderful. So I don't really have a topic to talk about other than, how crazy the world is nowadays and, maybe compare notes of what people have been. I thought it was the Chipmunk song. I should go ahead and do that, Jay. Just like bust out and like Christmas, Christmas. It was an emergency meeting, Robert. How you doing, buddy? Um, like I was just saying, work was kind of easy, and yeah, I figured we'd jump on and talk to you all, kill some time, maybe compare some notes with how crazy the world is. If anyone wants to go ahead and jump up here, and we'll have conversation about it. Wifey is on her way over. I don't know if she's gonna jump on the camera because the whole makeup thing and all that good stuff. Are you grabbing Tums? You're gonna be a minute. Why is that? It only takes seconds to have Tums. Hello, extend. Yeah. So nobody wants to jump up and talk about the crazy world that we live in. How we're, potentially going to war, or is it just saber rattling? What's going on in Canada? Are they actually, stealing from the poor and giving to themselves, or are they actually doing something good up there? I know my opinion is. I'm just curious what other people are thinking out there. Hmm. Yeah, I heard that too, but there's this book that was written a while ago, The Art of War, and you want to make it seem like you're weak, you're incompetent, maybe even moving out and forgetting the whole thing is going on and going home to your family and enjoying the rest of your life in peace, love, and happiness. But why are there so many people being deployed? Why are we getting, me personally, have heard many, many, many different people saying the same thing: nieces, nephews, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers. sons, daughters, all being deployed. Don't know where they're going. They're just being deployed. Some of them being told, say your goodbyes, say your final goodbyes. And then on the other hand, you have these reports of, Russia's withdrawing, and this is just going to be another one of those situations where we go right up to the precipice and then we back down again. Yeah, they did. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Eric, but either way, a lot of countries are spending a lot of money and shipping a lot of arterial to strategical places. So, who knows? Who knows? All I know is you got to keep your head on a swivel, keep your eyes open, even the ones in the back of your head. Get your preps up, and even like Robert is saying, what's going on, Twisted Art Lady? We're talking current events around the world and what people think of it, and maybe comparing notes, see if we can put together something. I know personally, I am preparing. Gina and I wrote a list of things that we need to buy just to stock up. Um, I guess you could say personal things like vitamins and just some extra cough serums and cold serums, yada yada. And like I was saying, even Robert says, buy your stuff now because right now everything's on sale. 3, 4, 5 months from this point, everything's going to be inflating in price. So right now, everything you see on the shelves is technically on sale. To move all the equipment and not do anything. Exactly. So Russia went ahead and moved all of their equipment up to whatever line they wanted to describe. What was that? 6 months ago? 4 months ago, dear? No, she's in her own world. So like they moved all their equipment up to whatever front line they established, and then they withdrew their troops and left all their equipment there. Fast forward 2, 3, 4 months, whatever it was, to today, and now they have all these troops up there. We're sending troops here. All right. Now they're bringing all their troops back, and we're sending troops over, and that has been confirmed by many sources that I have. One of them hitting really close to YouTube home, Les from Lone Star Pioneering. We had not a direct conversation with one another, but we had a conversation that his nephew has been deployed and was told to say his goodbyes. That being said, sending my best to him and his family. That's for sure. And to everybody's significant others, brothers and sisters, and family members, sending our best to all of them for these ridiculous battles that doesn't accomplish anything, really. Not a thing. Because if it did accomplish something, we wouldn't be warring right now, 2,000 years later, as far as documented history goes. It's frustrating to me because I push the peace, I push the love, and I push the happiness, and to see all of our cosmic brothers and sisters warring amongst each other, it's ridiculous to me. I don't care I don't care about the color of your skin. I don't care about your power driven narratives. I don't give a shit. We are all cosmic brothers and sisters, and it's about friggin' time we realize that. And it's really frustrating to me. I know Gina has the same feelings that I do. She'll explain it in a different manner for sure. But why can't we all just get along? There's plenty of this planet to go around, and yet we got to fight over little insignificant, or is it significant territories? I mean, we can get into the metaphysical aspect of it, or we can just talk, the nonsense that the news perpetuates and tells us. Training, it could very well be training. It very much could be training, yes. But there are a lot of pieces on the board, if you know what I mean. There are a lot of nations, countries, all getting involved in this. Hey there, just jumped in. I feel like there's something spiritual going on. It hit me like a brick wall. So, Q, as far as that goes, we are all going to be feeling this, in my opinion. Okay. We're all going to be feeling this because we have another, what do they call it? Conjunction of the planets. And that's going to be Jupiter, Mars, and I believe Mercury. So we're all going to be feeling this weirdness. What's up, Nikki? Yeah, this is one of those live streams that may get your anxiety going because I kind of want to compare notes with people as far as what's going on in the world, and then I'm putting my opinion out there as well. Me too, Twisted Art Lady. I'm so into astrology that I think the 2%, as I call them, the elite, only act when the stars are in perfect alignment of whatever rituals or whatever they go by. Planet alignment, star conjunction, whatever rhyme or reason you want to make of it. I truly believe things happen for a spiritual / astrological reason. We don't just whip out our whats and compare sizes just for the hell of it at any time. I think there is a rhyme and reason behind it all. And buying all kinds of seeds just in case something happens. Excellent. That's perfect. Are you putting that into practice? Is my question to you, Eric. Have you been planting them and learning how to grow? Gina and I were, like a year and a half old in the gardening aspect. So we're learning as of right now, and we're trying to hone in on many other skills all at the same time. That is when we're not at work and slaving away for the system that basically just does not give two F's about us and will send us to war for their greedy ideologies. I know many are going to frown on what I will say, but I have to look into plasma apocalypse. So are you inferring that the like technology, or the sun's just gonna burp on us a lot more than it has been per se? Plasma apocalypse, says Luis Martinez.
Well, with what the sun's been doing lately.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If he means the technology that we have that we so eagerly want to use upon one another. Disgusting, if you ask me. Disgusting. Or is it natural sun, like the sun's CME? Or maybe we're just coming into a precipice of a cosmic cycle to which every 12,000 years, there's a reset, and we're coming upon that 12,000 year reset as well. Yeah, I've been gardening since I was a kid, and I'm 43 now. Excellent. So apparently I'm preaching to the choir. So Gina and I, like I said, we've only been doing it for a year and a half, 2 years. So we're honing in on those skills. You probably are an expert, obviously. Eric, have you heard about Shed Wars? Are you interested in maybe joining up? I know I'm the unspoken,
Spokesperson.
yeah, unspoken spokesperson. It's ain't even that has happened. He naturally. Okay, I'm with you as far as. Are you referring to like the Yuga cycles, like the Kali Yuga, the Trey Yuga, all of these different time periods where we go into a more spiritual, um, cosmic alignment, where we be basically where, if you want my opinion, where evolution comes from. Every 12,000 years, we come into the certain cycle period where we evolve a lot more. That being said, I would say our ancestors were much more spiritually in touch with their higher selves than we ever
Hey,
thought
dear.
of being. Hello,
I'm
recruiter
here in the
Chris. Yes. Yeah, I've been invited every year. So is this going to be the year? Can I peer pressure you into it like I've been peer pressuring Gear? So yeah, Lewis, the Yuga cycles, is that what you mean? Full moon in Leo tonight. I thought that was tomorrow
It's
night.
tomorrow here for the full moon.
It all depend. I think you're here in the United States. Gina was just reading this.
February 16th. It's not only just a full moon, it's also Mars and Venus conjunction.
Venus, sorry. It wasn't a Jupiter too?
No.
No. All right. Apparently I just decided to add some extra planets in there, but yeah. So the whole full moon in Leo, Q Kitchen and beyond, that's that, in my opinion, once again, that's that feeling we all are going to be feeling like.
So the feelings coming from this full moon and the
Solomon and
conjunction
Gomorrah. Yeah. Okay.
are going to be about love and passion, and Mars is the masculine energy and Venus is the feminine energy, so it's going to awaken both in everybody.
And I hope it awakens this entire planet and they realize what the has been going on for the, I could say the last 2 years, but I'm going to say the last 70 years. How we have all been brainwashed and zombified to this point right here, right now, where we need to make a decision which way we're going.
Solomon and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Guys go to Mars to get more candy bars. Yeah, I heard they have excellent candy bars there.
Girls go to Venus to get more.
Is that a rhyme, Gear? Are you trying to do a mini rap? What's this? Full moon. The moon is conjunction. My Venus, I hope. My goodness, because I need it, but not looking fun for me. It's not looking fun for the humanity. It's really not, like, at this point. Peanuts. Yes, peanuts. Yeah. Yeah.
I look at every full moon as a time for clearing, for getting rid of the negative.
Wouldn't that be a new moon? Yeah.
Same thing as charging your crystals. You put your crystals out during a full moon
Yeah.
for a recharge. Kind of the same thing for us.
Girls go to Mars to get more candy bars. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. No, I'll agree with that. I will absolutely agree with that, Twisted Art Lady. Yeah, yeah. Because it's usually the boys who are warring amongst each other, trying to compare, sizes of their whats.
Okay, then they would be going to Mars because that's the planet of war.
Yeah, yeah. But it frustrates me. And like what the news is doing to such beautiful and wonderful things that are going on up north in Canada, our brothers and sisters up there who are making a stand for their universal right for everything, every single
They are
thing.
calling it an occupation because they have bouncy castles and hot tubs in
Yeah,
the streets.
yeah. We were over at
Chris
Chris Wyatt, Africa.
And if you
Go
don't know
subscribe
who
to
he
him.
is, go check him out.
I've never voted in my life, nor will I vote until he runs for president. That's how much stock I put into that man. Everything he says, I can relate to for the most part. There are some things where we'll butt heads, but you know what? That's how we learn, isn't it? We learn by butting heads, arguing, and coming to a conclusion at the end of the day. Maybe not agreeing, but we can get one another to think outside of the box, outside of their comfort zone. Yeah, there you go, Gear. Wyatt Owens 2024. Why not? Like, why do you have to be a billionaire? Why do you have to have money to become
Shouldn't
a
matter.
president? What the fuck happened there? Why must a green piece of paper dictate your true
Worth?
your opinion? Like
Right from wrong?
right from wrong, left from right. Who cares? Who cares how deep your wallet goes? That's why I was never a fan of 45.
That's why I don't understand. It's not like you're funding the country, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That, and you can ask Gina. I was never a fan of 45. Never. I almost voted for him last time around. Oh, this close, but no, because it's all the same bullshit over and over and over. You gotta have something to see.
That's the only thing I can see about it.
But even so, like, don't they have enough friggin' money? Don't they have the printers to print out whatever they want?
What they're saying is what Gary's saying is they need something to blackmail you with.
But they had nothing on 45.
No,
Okay.
but he had money. That's the point. They
But
could
they
take
had
that
nothing.
away.
They can only take that away through taking him to court for all these bullshit narratives that they fucking pushed upon him. Like, oh yeah, he went to Russia and hired a bunch of hookers to piss all over him. Like, what? What, really? Oh, he was part of the EpiPen Island regime because he caught a flight from Florida to wherever up in the East Coast. Like,
He was a child molester because he had his daughter sitting on his lap, and they tried to
got
portray it as somebody else.
They got 45 on nothing. And nowadays, you look at the news, and everything that we were told was conspiracy, and oh, you're making this stuff up to make 45 look better. It's all true, every bit of it. And what's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing will happen, because I'm trying to put this in a way where you all understand. The tones Okay, you all with me? Nothing has happened to them. Nothing. They can get away with murder. They can get away with selling top secret plans. Hence why, the United States is no longer the leaders of technology and war state and everything else. That's why you have China and Russia butting heads with us because guess what? The Tones sold all that stuff a very long time ago.
Not to mention weapons.
Yes. And then you have the bu- uh, the other president that 45 took over, all that stuff that they trained all these mercenaries and everybody over in the Mid East, and then you have Brandon coming in and just saying, "Yeah, we're going to leave $84 billion of carnival rides."
What they turned them into.
Yeah, carnival rides. They don't work anymore. They're not good enough for battle, but $84 billion of toys have been left over there. They basically created their own army with what we left.
No, they created carousels.
Time when the Earth and Sun and the cycles through a massive change, while the weakening of the protective layer causes mayhem with every organic matter. So, Lewis, would you call it mayhem or would you call it evolution?
I said it seems to be a big deal with the illuminated ones. Illuminated.
Yes, I would agree with that. But this last one you put up there, I would say that it would be an evolution, not so much detrimental, but hailing greetings, just spontaneous life. You're coming
It's
into
a
the
rant,
thick of it.
Ragnarok.
Yeah,
It's a rant live. Just everything in this world is disgusting us right now.
Trump is.
So, forewarned MATV and lots of political banter.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I agree. Every single thing they tried to pin on 45 is bullshit. It's all clear now. And if you want my honest opinion, whatever they're pointing the finger at, they're guilty of themselves. And that's the way it's been since both. Okay, Lewis, cool. So you see, we had that little discussion there. Okay, this is where I come from, you come from. We met in the middle. Yes, not all organic matter will survive. That's evolution. Hence why, we are here and other entities or animals, mammals, however you want to put it, lizards, reptilians, whatever.
Okay.
We're here, they're no longer there.
All right, stop for a second because I want to give a backstory to this so people don't think that we've gone completely crazy and lost our
That's
marbles.
fine.
Okay. So earlier today, Chris Wyatt Africa, which if you are not subscribed to him, please go subscribe to him. He will tell you actual factual news that is happening on this planet.
Not the bullshit that's perpetuated by these.
He broadcast a Zoom call between the politicals in the north right now, Canada, with what's going on up there.
Yeah.
That's where this rant is coming from. Now, more backstory to that. Chris and I have personally watched every single day what has been happening in Canada with the people that are live streaming up there in the thick of it.
And if you want more opinions, go ahead and ask Wild Edibles. Go ahead and ask Caveman Mike. Go ahead and ask Mr. and Mrs. Time to Shine because they've been watching it too.
And
you know what? Don't even ask them. Go look at Zot on YouTube. He's on 20 hours a day showing all the peace and
he is
love.
Literally going truck to truck to truck to truck to truck
and asking their opinion. So I'm listening to the news going, oh, they're terrorists and they're robbing from the homeless and they're beating the shit out of these people and
Knocking
they're
statues over.
trashing it and all this bullshit. And we've been watching it, and it's like these guys are loving, hugging, sharing, and caring with one another.
They
I
are
don't think-
cleaning up the streets.
I don't
They
think
brought,
Ontario has looked better.
it's Ottawa, but yeah.
Ottawa, sorry.
They have literally brought their own trash bags. They have been cleaning the streets. Ottawa has never looked better.
They're
They're
shoveling
snow.
the
They
people.
are feeding. They
The
have
homeless.
tents set up with barbecues all over the place.
And these guys
And they're
with their
feeding
cameras.
the truckers and the homeless. They're even feeding the press that is going there. They'll walk right up to the tent. Oh, okay, I have a hot dog. Here you go. Here's a
Yeah,
hot dog, like
yeah.
that.
Not only a hot dog, but you give them 3 hot dogs
And here's a soda, some chips.
and dessert.
Yeah, like
Have a wonderful day, eh? Like,
truckers there have not had to buy an ounce of diesel fuel for themselves.
They-
It has
they
been
are.
provided.
they are. They're cleaning up the streets. They're salting the streets.
They're having everything provided for them while they're there. There are truck drivers there that have 2 months or more of food in the back of their trucks because they are adamant that they're not leaving until this issue is fixed. The news is perpetuating something
They are.
completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. You have
Yeah.
people like Geraldo Riviera out there calling them thugs and hooligans. And
Yeah.
these people, one, are citizens of Canada. They have every right to be on a public street. Two, they are the backbone of this nation. Truck drivers, without them, we are nothing. We have nothing.
Hello, Idaho. This is a rant stream.
It disgusts me.
We're
And
comparing notes.
I'm proud of what they're doing. I think every single state, country should be doing the exact same thing right now.
Yeah.
Because once you lose freedom, it doesn't come back. You don't get it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once it's gone, it's gone. And I think we can all see
The
that
writing on the wall.
we're moving into a time of tyranny.
Yeah.
At least the people with their eyes open can see that.
Yeah. The other
And-
people, I'm sorry, but you're blinded. You're blinded. You need to turn off the big looky box and open your eyes just a bit wider. Just a little.
I don't know about you all, but I don't want to watch my children, my nieces and nephews, my grandchildren grow up under a socialist, communist
Yeah.
regime.
By the way, we're grandparents.
So
Surprise.
if there was a convoy in New England, which I think eventually there will be, it's going to take time. There's a lot of
People are
wrong
scared.
thinking people.
Yeah, and they're scared too. And I get it.
I would
get
be
it.
there
But
tomorrow.
here's the thing. There's nothing to be scared of because 200 years ago, our fathers shed blood on this soil. This battle that's happening now isn't going to be with bullets and bombs. It's going to be with technology. And they're winning. They're winning right now because the media is driving this narrative down all of our throats.
When
And
all you
I'm
have
here
to-
to say it's bullshit.
When all you have to do is realize that's exactly what it is and shut it off. If you don't give them that power over you, they have no power.
I was that naive person. You talked to me today 5 years ago, I probably would have been one of them sheep. I'm sorry if I offend people when I say that, but they're sheep. Anybody like my brother who can turn on the TV and say, yep, that sounds good, turn it off, go get his third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I haven't even had a swab. No fucking way will I ever get any of this bullshit ever. I can go into crazy town with that and say I'm not going to inject myself with the nanotechnology. Not going to. I will not.
But that's the thing.
Or I can just say,
at the end of the day,
it's our universal right to do what we want with our own body. My
exactly,
body, my choice.
Exactly. That's it at the end of the day. It's your choice. If you want to do these things and you think they're right, good for you.
Do it.
It's your body.
Wear a face diaper. Go ahead and inject yourself with whatever you want to. Don't push that shit on me.
No, it's nobody's decision but your own. It's nobody's decision to tell you that you have to have your children get it.
Everything we do is there.
By the way, that's another rant I want to go on, because if people don't know, they need to know what this is doing to children. Read some stories out there. 14-year-olds that have been perfectly healthy and normal, that have gone into an athletic, that have gone and taken this, and now they are having heart problems, all kinds of stuff.
And the CDC is trying to push it as something normal. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. It was the first year I have not watched the Super Bowl for many reasons that we're not going to talk about right now. But somehow, some way that I found the commercial that the CDC was trying to push upon the sheeple of this planet, that blood clots are normal and can happen to anybody from the age of 9 years old all the way up to 90. I can agree with that to some extent.
9 years old now? Are you kidding me?
I can agree with that to some
When
extent.
has that ever been
But
a normal
there needs to be
thing?
underlining reasons for that to happen. Not just out of the blue, a perfectly healthy teenager with nothing but the stars to reach for. I already lost my job. I will not give that. Good, Ting Ting. That's welcome. You're at least new to me noticing you, but welcome, Ting Ting. And you know what? That's your choice, right? Just like it's all of our choices. It should be all of our choices. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that were like that. A lot of people said, no, I'm not going to. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is the CDC is trying to normalize blood clots because of this whole thing, the clot shot, as I will refer to it in this instance right here, right now. Yeah, I am sorry to hear about that, Ting Ting, but keep on fighting, buddy, and there will be opportunities. I hope you got a lawyer too. Yeah, and this is what the Canadians are saying. That's all the Canadians are saying. Is my body, my choice. It shouldn't be an issue. I don't know. I don't know how we got to this point where, confidential medical history should be out in the open. It shouldn't be out in the open. Hi, Tammy. I apologize for this rant and rambling of the craziness that's going on in the world today. Gina and I have just had enough. I believe you're at Chris Wyatt's rant this afternoon, which is kind of stemming off that right here, right now. Seems to only work when they want a vote, right? Whatever happened to that? Like, whatever happened to that narrative that they started pushing a long time ago? Do you guys think that is not much about us, those who survived? Those who survived the jab are the carriers of the new genetics for the new persons. What I understand, Lewis, is the people who have gotten the jabs should be thanking the people who have not, because we who have not. What's going on, Les? We are on a rant tonight. We are on such a rant tonight over what's going on in the world. So, Lewis, my response to that, buddy, is the people who have gotten the jab should be thanking us who haven't, because we are the ones that are creating those natural immunities while they are now, they need to get this every time. They need to get this every 6 months
Because they now have no immune system
they have
of
no
their own.
immune system of their own, and they are relying on the government.
And if you don't believe our word on that, I'm going to tell you one thing. January 24th, Senator Ron Johnson had about
A 5-hour interview with the top scientists, neurologists, virologists,
vaccinologists,
all the doctors that we looked up to 3-4 years ago,
the top in the country, giving their opinions.
giving their opinions and saying that
And not just their
for the last 2 years, they have all been fooling us. Oh, the mask works, says Dr. Mangala. I will not say his name because we're probably gonna get flagged anyway. Who cares? Whatever. Just as long as the 16 people in here get to hear my opinion. Dr. Mangala says the masks don't work. The masks do work. The masks don't work. You must wear 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Okay,
masks.
well, let me tell you what these doctors said, okay? They even brought one to this meeting. They are called P100s. Look it up. Look it up. They are the only mask out there that will stop this.
Which, by the way, it's one step behind the full hazmat suit. The P100s
It's
are the
literally
ones with
a full respirator.
Yeah.
It is a full respirator. They're the only ones.
That is the only one that will work. I'm not going to say that masks don't help, because you know what? When I cough into my shirt. Does it fully protect people beside me? No, but at least I'm not hacking my shit all over them. That's where the masks come into play. Anything that's smaller than 3 microbes, guess what? No good. And guess what's smaller than 3 microbes? This big bad bug we're talking about here.
All I'm going to say is the easiest test to prove to you that they
Yes,
don't
Q.
work.
Yes.
Put a mask on your face and then spray some perfume right in front of you.
Yep.
If you can smell that perfume through it,
guess what?
Guess what else is getting through?
Exactly. Some people, please stop. Yeah, underwear on your face. That's another thing. We're cleaners, and we clean a parking lot. It is fucking disgusting how many masks I pick up on a daily basis. I can only imagine
the pollution that this planet has seen just for the past 2 years.
Seriously, you want to talk about Plastic Island, which does exist, by the way. There's 2 of them, as a matter of fact. You want to talk about Plastic Island? I would love to run a string of masks around this planet and see how many times it'll wrap around. I guarantee we'll cover the whole goddamn planet with these fucking face diapers that don't do jack shit but pollute our planet, which you have these assholes going on about that is our fault and cow farts' fault. When you have multi-billion-dollar corporations dumping their shit wherever they want and telling us that we need to wear face diapers and throw them away every 5 minutes just to be safe. Which, by the way, your hand, if you're not washing your hands before you touch that mask, it's no fucking good either. It's not.
They're no good. I mean, Google what a surgeon's procedure is with a face mask. Every single thing that we do with them is incorrect.
Yeah.
And you are supposed to change them anytime you cough, sneeze.
Yes, ting ting. That's another analogy.
And how many people put that same mask on day after day after day?
I hope you are well.
What do you think that does to your immune system right there alone?
So here's a mini story. My father caught the bug, and he refuses to get the shot. Absolutely refuses.
Praise the Lord for that.
Don't get me started. He went in for the what is the whole
The
thing?
antibody
The
treatment.
antibody treatment.
Because he's high risk because of his weight,
He's high risk,
other medical issues.
and many other medical issues. That was like a month ago. Now he's had this
Well, no, it's been about 3 weeks since the beginning of it.
for the last 2 weeks after his whatever you want to call
Antibody
it,
treatment,
antibody treatment.
which
He
happened
has
on
been
day
hacking
3.
he's been hacking his brains out. Gina and I had the sniffles for 2 days. The difference between us and him, he's forced to wear a face diaper 8 hours a day, or else guess what? He has no job.
Ears ringing both sides.
Yeah, it's probably because we're speaking truth here. Honestly. Race war. Yeah, let me see what you said first, buddy. I'm typo negative. So typo
for
negative
it's-
is
yeah.
basically immune to all of this BS that the media perpetuates.
I'm not exactly positive. I know my brother is O positive, so
Rarity of underlying raceway. So, and about the race war, like, why do we care what color skin anybody is? What is it, 2022, and we're still going on about this?
it's because they keep going on about
I
it.
understand, but like, at what point are people going to open their eyes and be like, wait a minute, 1/5 of the population is interracial relations? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Mixed race, yeah.
Mixed race relationships. One out of every 5 people has an opposite color loved one. I don't see color anymore, guys. I see cosmic brothers and sisters, and we need to fucking wake up to that point. Really quick. Really fucking quick.
That's the thing is I think the world is very much awake to that, but they drive a narrative home day after day after day to continue to try to divide people.
So this right here, when I was working in the hospital in Seattle, all my coworkers started getting and staying sick after their jabs.
Yes.
This building we work in is one of those places.
Constant here.
The,
I have had to clean up vomit from in the showers,
this
from
whole,
in urinals, from in trash barrels,
for the last year and a half,
and they're
this
still
whole
coming
building,
to work.
for the last year and a half, this whole building had 5 people working in it. 5 people working in it until they got the you know what. Now all we do is pick up vomit out of toilets, urinals, showers, trash cans. We pick up North Shore Preparedness. My brother, keep on fighting the good fight up there. Don't give in. I hope you are doing well. We miss you. You need to go on and just talk, buddy. Seriously. Thank you for being the new leaders of the free world up there in Canada.
We love you, Sean.
Seriously. And I hope you are doing well. And I am so glad that this marvelous community came together when we had a brother in need. I wish I could have helped. All I could do was send my positive vibrations towards you, my friend. So I hope you are doing well. Where was I? I got lost there for a second.
Yeah, it went out the window.
Yeah.
I guess that's what
Yeah,
happens
Bob,
when you're
Bob, we
ranting.
would love to talk to you about that, as a matter of fact, honestly.
I would seriously love to interview you, Bob, about a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Well, there was a race propaganda is a lie. Yeah, seriously, Bob. I agree. 110%. Like, who fucking cares what the color of your skin is? Seriously, I don't.
That's the thing, though. It is I care about your culture. I care about your beliefs.
So that's
I-
a different conversation.
But when you look at somebody and say that you don't care about their color, people misinterpret that
Yeah, but
as in I don't care about your ancestry. I don't care about your heritage.
and maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's is one of the issues where I can't say that, but in the next breath I will say we are all brothers and sisters, period, because we all live under one creator when it comes down to it, people. You know, there's have any of you ever heard of Sahad Guru? He says this wonderful, wonderful thing where he's like, if you go up to a colored person, you ask them, what color is your God? 9 out of 10 of them are going to say they're, the color of their skin. You go up to a white man and you say, what is the color of your God? 9 out of 10 of them are probably going to say white. If you go up to a cow and you ask them, what is your God? That cow is probably going to say it's a cow. We're all fooled here. All of us. There's one creator. There are many gods. That's how I'm going to put that. That's it. Bob's getting coffee, aka he's pooping. That's poop droop.
I just went and got my coffee, Bob.
Yeah. That would be the only thing I could see, but I love cultures. I don't see race. Exactly. We all stem from somewhere. Our histories all stem from somewhere. But even that being said, all of us have been warring amongst each other for what purpose? For the betterment of the 2%, the elite, the illuminated ones.
Illuminated
ones. And it has been that way for a lot longer than the Bible's been written. Lot longer. I just don't get it. Here we are in 2022.
By the way, who would have ever thought that we would be potentially facing World War III and not completely living in peace and harmony
Seriously.
by the year 2022?
Seriously.
What is wrong with that picture? Obviously, it's not the free will of the people.
It's not.
We know just from being out in these communities how great and wonderful people are, how peace-driven people are,
If
how
it
much
was-
they want to love and help one
If
another.
it was the free will of the people, 45 still would have been in office and we wouldn't have had Captain Depends. If you know what I mean. Depends as the diaper.
Or Mr. Sparkle Socks. for that
Or
matter.
Mr. Sparkle Socks. Or as I'm going to start saying, Brandon and Brenda. They make a cute couple, don't they, guys? And gals? It's disgusting to me how the 2% can control us so much they can divide us in every single way possible when we just need to wake up to reality and figure this out really quick. It's not 4 or 5 actually. This show reminds me of Stone Soup. Sorry. I've never heard of that, Lewis. I'm gonna have to check that out. Stone Soup.
Sean, that's very good to hear. I'm glad they're working, and we will continue sending them your way.
Yeah, for real, buddy. Absolutely.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Okay, you know what, buddy? Absolutely. I would love to chit chat with you. I tried to get your phone number once when you used to put it out there on your lives. Yeah. Anybody else who wants to come up and have a conversation? Fine. I would love to get points of view from everybody because the notes that I'm putting together is not what the mainstream is portraying upon the sheeple of this world.
The link is in the link.
The link is in the link. Get it
Absolutely,
done. Keep
Sean.
it close. Yeah. You know, we all have our means of taking care of business. I'm not one for guns, but
We do have a couple spares around.
we have a couple
We're
spares,
a
but I
lot more
guarantee you,
medieval.
yeah, I guarantee you, I will go all medieval on your ass if you decide to show up.
Hey, it
I
worked
can
for
in
them
just a
back in the
moment.
day, right?
Excellent, Bob. You know, we're going to get Bob and Sean up here. We're going to have one hell of a conversation.
Warning, warning.
Things are going to get
Trigger
rocky.
warning.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's fine. Like, these conversations need to be had. We need to butt heads
I hate-
and come to an agreement.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
I hate that we have to have these conversations. I hate that we have to have these conversations on a channel where we love to promote nothing but peace and love.
Peace, love, and happiness. But you know, sometimes you got to draw a line, and sometimes things have to be said. Welcome, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hey guys.
What's going on? I don't know how long you've been in here, but we've been having at it for an hour now.
About 20 minutes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
Today's events just really rocked the
Yeah,
boat
you
for
were
us.
there at Chris Wyatt's.
Yes.
Yeah, when you had those 12 morons ping-ponging ideas against each other that the Canadians are nothing but a bunch of hoodlums and rioters.
Oh yeah. They even put the word terrorist out there too,
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
they?
And Gina and I have been watching it for a while now, just like we watched the events of 2 years ago, which I know you can speak of.
Oh boy, I remember when this area was on fire, dude. I
No,
remember.
What are you talking about? That was all peace and
It was
happiness,
the summer
wasn't
of
it?
love.
Yeah,
The
it
summer
was.
of love here in Seattle. Oh yeah.
Sean,
Sean.
Well, I still have peace and love in my heart. I'll just let you know that I'm making a handmade hammer for my big brass gong. You know,
Nice.
so
That's awesome.
Awesome. Sean,
yeah.
it's
Well,
good to see you, buddy. I hope you are well.
yeah.
What's
Hello,
up?
North.
Hello. As a semi-professional percussionist, can I advise you to soften the head of that hammer significantly?
It is. Yeah, it is. It's for a gong. You know. Yeah.
Well, I understand that.
It's made out of shredded fabric and a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit
too
of yarn.
solid now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the summer of love in Seattle.
My gong is for New Year's Eve overseas. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I suppose I don't know the size or the whichever of the gong, the breadth of which you'll be using to strike it.
Yeah.
I know enough to warm it up first because it's a brass gong. You got to warm it up first and then start boing, and man, it'll bust your eardrums. But yeah.
So how is it up there, Sean?
Well, it's pretty shitty, Chris.
Yeah. From what I heard.
How's it down there?
Pretty shitty as well.
It's probably better. We can't really, compare to what you all are going through, but
All right. Hang on a second. Let me qualify pretty shitty. Okay. Y'all have been hearing about the terrible acts that Trudeau's been trying to throw down on us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Many different angles.
Yeah, okay. Well, he doesn't have a legal leg to stand on.
This is what I've heard.
Yeah.
Right? So it was pretty scary when he was saying the words. Like yesterday when he was making that talk. That was freaking terrifying.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
Right?
Yep.
Like I'm not really any more terrified than I was on Monday. But, just him coming out and saying those words, it puts him in a position on the world stage where he is saying those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He puts himself in a place of an absolute dictator.
That's what martial law is.
Yeah.
I've lived in martial law 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. No, not well.
Well,
I'm still
you're
alive.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
still alive. But again,
But
he
what
may
they
not have
do,
he may not have a legal leg to stand on, but here in the States, legality means nothing to
Yeah.
those
All right.
people.
Well,
You know.
hey, Bob, you see the
Mhm.
problem with it here in Canada is they do have a leg to stand on,
Mhm.
but the legal process takes so freaking long.
Mhm.
And when they've got people locked down and working from home and the court's closed, they can wring their hands and do whatever they want.
Yeah. So
right?
basically, he's all dark right now.
Then all they have to do is after that worry about someone coming afterwards and filing suit.
Yeah.
Not many people are going to do that.
Yep.
Because why? Costs a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
But my American brothers and sisters, I want you to have a quick close look at something. It won't take you long. Once you see what it is, you'll realize it. And you probably already know anyways. Our fearless leader up here, fancy Mr. Sparkle Socks.
Brenda. That's what I'm going by, Brenda. There's Brandon and Brenda. They love each other very much.
Justine.
Yeah, Justine. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Femboy.
Yeah. But go ahead, Sparkle Socks. Go ahead. You were saying.
Okay, so I love that you guys and gals are my brothers and sisters. Love it. And not just, from that side of the border to this side of the border, whichever. Doesn't matter. But globally, people in the chat, everybody. I love that we're all brothers and sisters that way in the same mutual respect. So you can probably understand and see how... all right, the world has been watching this. So everyone sees it from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah. What's taking place in Canada.
Yes.
It's the world focus. And don't get me wrong, there's things going on in other places that are of important focus as well. And it's not to diminish that.
No.
But people have been watching this from the start. They've seen our fearless fancy sock wearer hide from the start.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Even though he's taken all 3 and he should be immune of this thing we are all fearful of, but he all of a sudden got it.
All right, hang on a second, Chris. I'll one up on you that for that, just for the rub. All right, you know what the rub is on this? Earlier in the Plandemic, when he gave $500 million of Canada's money to a nonprofit organization, friends of his, and then flew his wife overseas during lockdowns, during high COVID. His wife and his mother came back with $750,000, and his wife also brought back COVID.
Yeah.
When we were all supposed to be on lockdown.
Yeah. Well, the same thing happened with all of our elites. They were allowed to go to their parties and birthday parties and private islands without their face diapers, and then all of a sudden,
it's the same as the what was that football party you just had?
The Super Bowl?
Exactly. It was the same as the Super Bowl. 80,000 people, including high celebrities, high politicians. Nobody's got a freaking mask on. But the very next day, in the same town, school children, kindergarten children need to go to kindergarten with a freaking face diaper on.
Yeah.
It's not about health.
No.
It's control. It's been control since day one, really.
Yeah. These guys have had this plan in place and they're just now enacting it. The martial law part. It's
It seems like they have a playbook, right?
Well,
yeah, they do. They do. The same
Alright.
people who are funding this shit and who wrote the playbook have toppled governments all over the world, guys.
there's a troll there.
All over the world.
Yep.
FYI, there's a troll.
Yeah. I think I got
Nobody's a
enough people.
I
on
moderator.
here.
can't do it. Well, I don't know if I'm a moderator here or not, but I can't do it in this
Yeah.
chat.
Usually by the time I get to it, somebody else already has. All right.
Yeah, I think they're gonna kill them.
Oh no, not Ragnarok. No. How do I unblock?
You got to go into your settings.
Oh,
Your
dude.
settings
Is that, or did you block them?
It switched on me and Ragnarok got blocked.
All right, just click on it again and you can unblock.
See guest viewer.
Click on it again.
There's no.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
I'm not sure if you're working for from a desktop or.
Yeah, I am working on a laptop here. Yeah, I killed the wrong one. How do I undo it?
You got to go into your settings tomorrow, bro.
Oh. I hope he can still hear us.
Or maybe Gina can do it, if she's on a separate device. If she has Con as well.
Let me see yours.
So unfortunately,
Let me see your phone.
okay, I see cry faces. Ragnarok, I'm sorry, buddy. Okay. The damn chat flipped up as soon as I clicked.
Come on, man. Ragnarok's a nice guy.
I know.
Like, what the
It's
fuck?
good. It's good. Nikki took care of it.
Oh, thank you, Nikki.
Nikki, you're a lifesaver. Thank you for hanging.
Ragnarok, we're so sorry.
Ragnarok.
You were too close to the bot.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, back
Let me ask you guys and gals a question. Am I okay to just freelance here a little bit?
Absolutely. We're not monetized. We still got 2,200 hours to go.
Mucho appreciato. All right. So let me freestyle a little bit and just bounce some shit off my American brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
If that swings okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I want truth. This is a truth platform. Go.
Well, that's if I don't have truth, I have fucking nothing.
I think that goes for all of us.
You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
don't have truth, I have nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I'm on a platform that's about truth. And I apologize that I made a cuss word.
No, I don't give a shit.
Anyone who shouldn't be hearing that should be in bed anyways.
Yeah, pretty much.
But all right. Let me ask you, my American brothers and sisters, a question about what you've seen happening in Canada for the duration of this trucker protest, okay?
Last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No, so why don't you start with the first 2 weeks? What did you see in the first 2 weeks?
So I'm going to be honest here. The first week, I didn't pay much attention to it. The second week, I started paying attention to it. And the last 6 days, 5, 6 days, my sights have been on it. And all I have seen is trucks parked in streets, people showing so much love and caring and sharing amongst each other. It's inspiring, Sean. It's inspiring to see the 2% trying to bash these people and these people saying, you know what, we're not giving in. Now the truckers have been slowly, thinning out. There are less now than there was 2 weeks ago. But the love and the caring and everything is still the same as it was since they arrived. And that's just what I see from what I watch on YouTube, being auto walks.
All right,
being
that's an
Zot,
interesting
being
perspective.
Zot and there's another one I can't remember offhand right now.
Viva?
I think so. But yes, that is what I have seen.
Do you mind if I share with you what I've seen?
Go ahead, please do. This is what I want. I want to compare notes.
All right. As a Canadian, first and foremost, what I saw in the first 2 weeks of this trucker convoy, this legal, peaceful protest.
Yep.
What I saw in the first 2 weeks is the leader of our country hide.
Yeah.
First
Hide
thing
him.
to happen.
Yep. Okay.
He's in Havana right now.
He hid himself and he wouldn't come out. Wouldn't talk to anybody.
Nope.
And in the 2 weeks subsequent, I've heard nothing but him name call. He's name calling.
Yeah.
That should be beneath a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
He's name calling. He's attacking. He's stealing. And he's trying to strong arm. You know what? The people of Canada came out to address our minister. And he won't come and face the people. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the nuts to come out and face the people.
And the way that you're putting this right now, Sean, it sounds like what's happening here. All the leaders here are pointing their fingers saying, you are evil, you are wrongdoing, etc., when they need to be looking in a mirror and pointing that finger at themselves.
Well, they
Because
know what's
they are the
coming
ones
up.
that are thieving.
Well, this is what I see. The people who are hiding know what's coming next. And they're
Yeah.
hiding for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
Now
know
we're
exactly what's coming.
Now
Mhm.
we're talking the saber rattling or the war drums being
Because
beat.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, Bob. I'll tell you this, Chris, too, and everyone in chat, and everyone who ever watches this in the future. I'll tell you what. Not only did Doug Ford, but also Justin Trudeau both shot themselves in the feet with doing what they're doing to the Canadian people, or attempting to do what they're trying to do. They're trying to do it, but the legal system won't let it happen.
Thankfully, the legal system's doing something, right?
Usually it's a slow motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this case, I guess on a parliamentary level, I guess it needs to happen expeditiously. So we can all thank the guts of God that that's taking place.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Do you know what? Cheesecake, fat man there, Ford. He's getting rich off of a sticker program, right? His company was basically broke before, and now somehow all of a sudden, miraculously, he's worth $20 million, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's got the sticker contract to go on the floors of all the grocery stores and all that shit for the coof.
Yeah, the plandemic. Say it as it is. Yeah, a lot of people made a lot of money. Look at Amazon. Look at Walmart. They all tripled, quadrupled their profits in the last 2 years. Why?
Right.
Why? Because they were in cahoots with the 2%, the illuminated.
Hey, Chris.
Let me inform you guys about the bigger picture that you're missing. Okay.
Or we just haven't discussed it yet. But.
You haven't discussed it yet. Martial law. Apparently, he has declared martial law. Doesn't matter if it's legal or not. Because during martial law, there is no due process. Absolute zero. The courts are shut down. The Senate and the House are shut down.
Hey,
He is the
listen, Bob.
one. He
You
is
know
the
what?
one single supreme leader. That's martial law.
You know what, Bob?
Mhm.
The courts have been shut down for 2 years.
Yeah, pretty much. But now it's finally over. It's done. So who's going to come after this guy?
Well,
Nobody.
you know what? Hang on a second there. Wait. Why don't you just hold your panties before you get them all in a bunch? There's some judicial things taking place on a parliamentary level, okay? Which are disallowing Sparkle Face's fucking maniacal wishes. Okay? So we can thank the gods that that's still happening on our behalf. Okay? Now, the entire reason that I came on here to refer back to you, Chris, and to refer back to a point that you made is about
The money.
the payola.
Yeah.
Okay. The cash, the money. Absolutely. Okay. So, all right. I asked you questions earlier. What did you see in the beginning of this? What do you see through it? All right. What I saw at the beginning of this was a cowardly act from our prime minister, not coming out to address the people or their concerns.
Kind of like our, fearless leader who won an election by sitting in his basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what I saw was an attack on the people.
Yes.
Be it
Absolutely.
name calling, assaulting bank accounts, whatever it may be.
Bingo.
It's happening.
Throwing
right?
the race card.
Yeah. The race card as well.
You know what you didn't see happen? What
What's that?
didn't you see happen?
Anything getting done about it?
Well, there was fuck all getting done about it. Like, not a stitch in time done
Yeah.
about anything.
It was all bark, no bite, as far as I saw. Honestly.
All right. Do you want me to ask the hard question? I'll ask it. I'll do it.
Yeah, please do.
All right. At what point did you see Mr. Sparkle Socks take any action?
Because if you want my honest opinion, Sean, he can't. He's
Yeah.
not the one who's in charge.
Yeah, I think he's a puppet, just
He is.
just like we have a puppet as well.
No, that's not the right answer to the question.
Okay.
I'm asking you, at what point in time did you see Sparkle Socks take any action?
He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
Until he declared martial law.
Okay, so one side is saying they didn't, and Bob is saying until declaration of martial law. Okay.
Sean, I have to say too, I have been reading about the legal system backing the Canadian people. I don't think a lot of people are hearing that side of the story here. It all depends on who you listen to and who you follow. And I've been following a lot of the convoy people on Facebook, and that's the only reason I knew.
Gina.
Yeah.
You know what? The answer to this doesn't need to be that complex, okay? And I'm going to simplify it for everybody because it's plain to see for anyone who just pops their eyeballs open and has a look at it. You know, Trudeau did nothing until, mind you, they started to fuck with his pocketbook at the bridge.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
The Ambassador Bridge represents $3 billion a week in revenue. And Trudeau did not a single thing until the protest went to the bridge. He didn't do anything about Ottawa. He wasn't interested in.
Why would he? It was bringing revenue.
Well, as far as they're saying now, all the stores are shutting. People are afraid to do business, and Tim
Yeah,
Hortons.
that's not what we see from the people that are
Bunch of
actually
bullshit.
there.
Control
That's
the people
probably-
by food. That's what it's.
No,
But that's the thing, Bob. They can't even do that because all of these truckers came prepared. They have
Trudeau didn't do a thing about it until it affected the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And then, boom, he's all over it. And he's also illegally attempting to do it.
Yeah. He's got no leg to stand on.
Yeah, he's trying
Guys, listen. Martial law means no due process. It's over.
No, it's disallowed.
It's over. There is no due process during martial law.
Well, you know what? You're correct in saying so. However, martial law is not the case here right now. So, I digress. I give it back to you.
Yeah.
So I've never actually heard the words martial law. I've heard state of emergency.
Fuck you, Trudeau. Fuck you, Biden.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So he declared state of emergency, not
Okay.
so much martial law.
Okay, that is different. That is different. That's different. I stand corrected. I believe I was led to believe that it was martial law.
So he's
Thank
pushing
God
for
for
state
you
of
guys.
emergency. Is that correct, Sean? You would know more than any of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? To be honest with you, no, I wouldn't. They're all just words on some other website that everyone can fucking look at anyways. My eyes are no different than yours. I can't say they are because I'm a fucking Canadian, except for I know really good places to get maple syrup.
Delicious maple
Aside from
syrup.
that, I'm your brother in every same fucking way.
Yeah. There's an imaginary line that divides us that really shouldn't be there in the first place because
I can say though, Sean, I
Yeah.
have been watching the hearings in Parliament.
It's a fucking imaginary line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been listening to some of the meetings in Parliament. It amazes me at how very similar it is to right here in the States.
Have a good one, Nikki.
You know what, Gina? I can hardly believe, I hardly believe we have a system here that will allow him to still have power. Even before he announced his self-hanging, he had a backing of 16% of the country. And I think after he announced his hanging, immediately after, it was 12 or 13%, which is half the rating of Biden, which I don't even get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how it all works,
Trudeau is so fucking.
and he's still the president.
How? That's what I want to know.
Don't even get me going with that, Bob. I lose my fucking mind when I have that conversation. That 70% of the country doesn't like the way the president's doing things, but he has 3 more years. Go ahead. Just make sure you go in there with a clean diaper, please.
Yeah, please. But
fuck.
I was told by a news blurb when Mrs. got home that the U.S. news said it was martial law. Now, if you hear the Canadian government use those words, martial law, you guys are in for a surprise that you're not aware of. I've been through it. I already know what it's like.
That's the thing, Bob. Is their playbook, we'll call it, the same as the U.S., where it's a parliament? Is it the same guidelines as the U.S.?
I personally think it's the same because it's the 2% we're still speaking of worldwide.
Correct, Chris. Correct. You're right.
Yeah.
The Canadian military has already declared they will not support this action.
Bless them.
Fantastic.
Supposedly our military says the same, but here we are, we're grooming our future militants to be lesser men than they should be. I'm
Yeah.
putting it politely here.
True.
They have an
Mhm.
emotional red card.
Yeah, as Bruce was saying, you know, oh, here's my red card. Can I have a pat on the back? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go lay your head down in a dark corner for 20 minutes and somebody
Because
be
that's gonna
right
that's
along
gonna
to give you
do,
a hug.
that's
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah.
us a lot of good
Yeah.
when bullets are flying by your head.
Exactly. Like, what are those people going to do when they're actually, what, as they're being shipped over to these places that are not being disclosed, all of our
Yes, Ragnarok.
brothers and
I agree.
sisters,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
They are being shipped out. I've had not direct conversations with people saying that yes, our militants are being shipped out right now
By the
Ting,
thousands. By the thousands.
by the thousands.
Hey, Ting Ting in the chat. I also have a fucking Warhammer.
Dude,
See that?
That is sick.
insane. I love that, Sean.
All right, guess where this is going?
Upside sparkly socks head.
Nope. No. I'm sending this somewhere for it to be cared for.
I hope you're sending it to my house, man. I would cherish that forever.
No, it's not your house, man. But I am sending it to Northern Girl Hobbies.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, yes.
Nice gift. Nice.
I'm sending the Warhammer to her
She
because
deserves
she
it.
is a true freedom warrior.
She really is, Sean.
Not to mention just that, but like
She
myself, I don't have a great amount of native blood in me, so I feel it a more responsible act to leave it to her in her care, like in her custodianship. I think she would be a better custodian. You know, it was my privilege to find it and to pick it up and to realize that at the yard sale where I found it, I didn't have enough money to buy it. And I said, don't sell that thing. I'm driving home. Home is 3 minutes away and I'll be right back. I'm going to get some more money. I'm going to buy that. Don't fricking sell it on me.
Yeah.
I came back. They held it for me. And I
would've cried.
going to a more responsible custodianship.
Yeah.
Sean, that's an amazing gift, and that girl she deserves it. She is a warrior, and she has gone through so much to fight for freedom.
Yeah.
You know what? She does that. She does that between putting her mascara on and blinks. You know what I mean? She doesn't even put mascara on. She freedom warriors while she pees. You know what I mean?
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. You know what? It was a really fucking cool thing. I was on the phone with her hubby all night tonight until, just shortly before I got on here with you guys.
Yeah.
So I can't really think of a cooler place to be than, having shared my time there and then having, come to a cool place like this. So,
Okay.
but the spirit of the Canadian people are, we understand that Trudeau is still trying to exercise false laws and trying to do stuff illegally. And he's being shut down.
Good.
As he should be,
Good.
John.
Mhm.
He has no right.
Yeah. And
like I said earlier, you have Canadian natives in the streets, their public streets.
Yeah.
What right does he have to tell them they cannot be there? We have seen it with our own two eyes. They are not blocking emergency vehicles. They have
Nope.
left one lane open.
Yep.
Straight through.
Yep.
So police can get through. So
Mhm.
EMS can get through.
Just not the trucks that's providing him money, as you simply stated,
He
And
only
because they
started to react
Yep.
when the border started to get fucked up and
Yep.
fucking with his wallet.
Yeah.
And they're trying to use bouncy houses and jacuzzis as an opposition. Are you kidding me?
That was a great conversation this afternoon.
The police were taking down the bouncy castles.
Because they're doing so much harm, right?
Yeah. So much harm.
Well,
Can't let joy be spread or anything.
Yeah.
well, the chief of police of Ottawa has resigned, so
Yeah, we saw that.
We saw that. Yeah.
that's obviously a good thing.
Yeah, they did the same thing in Seattle.
A lot of places.
How could you
Yep.
blame them?
What I remember.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different places.
Now, was Seattle the one where they overtook the police station?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes,
They overtook an entire block.
Yeah.
it started off as 6 blocks, and then they cut it down to 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That went on for like 6 months.
And
right?
Sean, may I
A long
add, they
time.
were burning and knocking things over and looting, and
Yeah, the peaceful.
and that was called peaceful.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, I still have a vivid image burnt into my mind of
Dumpster fires, because that's what's burnt into
no. It was
Mhm.
some,
There's lots of those, Gina.
it was some American reporter reporting on a
Wow.
mostly peaceful protest.
That
Yeah.
same
Mostly
image.
peaceful protest.
That same image.
And the police station behind him was burning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That
Churches.
exact image. We must have the same sources.
Churches burning to the ground. You know.
That's a little bit shocking. Yeah, nothing done at all about churches being burnt. But as soon as you fuck with their money at the bridge, oh boy.
Yeah. Now
we can't have that now, can we?
Yeah, now you got to do something about it.
Gina
Yeah.
and I have lost $20,000 a year ever since the pandemic.
Yeah,
We don't get a
it's
say in
not like
anything.
it's not like every mom and pop shop and every small restaurant has been closed forever
Yeah.
because of the pandemic. But we definitely can't. Like he ruined our fucking economy over the last 2 years. Yeah, 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
2 years later,
2
here we
years.
are.
2 years to flatten your rights.
They're all just taking orders from somebody over in Central Asia.
Well, it's Soros.
Well, Bob, this is where I would interject off this planet. But yes, somebody else is in control.
Yeah.
But yeah. I would say it's off this planet, but that's a whole different conversation.
Mhm.
All right. Ask yourselves, you know what, Chris, you're on the right path, and I'm going to rein you in a little bit.
Okay.
So just so that you get the idea of how close it is, okay? All right. So Trudeau came out and did nothing. He went and he hid, right?
Like the coward he is.
Like the fucking piece of shit coward he is. Yes,
Yep.
Gina, absolutely. That's
Just like
not,
Brandon. Yep.
that's not up for debate. That's a given.
Yep.
All right. So right from the start of this, coward, hiding, did nothing. Only did something when his wallet was affected.
Yep.
Yeah.
He only did something after he had advice from Biden.
Oh, well, that says a lot.
He didn't even act on his own advice.
Yeah.
He took the advice of Biden before he acted.
They're puppets.
That's all they
They're all
are.
puppets. They
Well-
all take orders from a higher power.
That's
And where I come from, those higher powers take take orders from even higher powers.
Chris,
Yes.
that is exactly what I'm trying to say. They are not acting of their own free volition.
No.
No. No.
If you've looked at any of the video from Trudeau speaking when he's addressing people and sharing out these measures and shit like that, pull up another screen and have a look. Look at the fear in his eyes. Look at the fear in his eyes.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen videos of that.
He's not speaking. He's not speaking to his country as a leader.
No. Neither is our commander.
They're talking with fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fear in their eyes.
It's come to that culmination point right here, right now, where it's going to go one way or another. And it's really up to the people to put on their big girl panties, step the fuck up, and stand for what's right. So I have an interesting fact for you all. Trudeau, Mark Zuckerberg,
It's 2:30.
Trudeau, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Google, or the old owner of Google, and a couple other news affiliates all have something in common. Can you guess what that is? They all came from a class or a however you want to say it, driven by the guy of the name of it just slipped my mind. I'm sorry, guys. Klaus Schwab. You know who Klaus Schwab is?
Schwab, I think.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. He has all these people under his wing. And all of a sudden, these people, these classmates, are in high positions of leadership.
Soros is in there too.
Yes, Soros is in there as well. Okay, so you know what I speak of right now, Sean. All these asswipes who are in powerful positions have all studied at this, whatever you want to call it, elitist class. And they're all puppets of a puppet master. That puppet master being Klaus Schwab, be the Roethlisbergers, Rothschilds, whatever. I mix up my words quite a bit. That's why I don't do this very often because, yeah. It's a lot.
Right.
It's really hard for me to get my thoughts into speech.
Hang on a second. Who's the most pushy? At this time though, is it Bill Gates or who's laying low and who's pushing? Look,
I see a lot of people laying low right
Bill
now.
Gates was also part of that.
yeah,
class.
they're all fucking laying low. Why? Because their heads are on a fucking platter.
Yeah, they're all about to get what's coming to them if we wake up to stand up to them.
Yeah,
Right
that's why they're just trying to stand still and hope nobody notices them right now.
Exactly.
And I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but I was talking to Chris about this the other day. Where is good old Kamala?
Yeah. Has anybody heard from Kamala Camel Toe Harris?
She's probably in Havana.
Like seriously, not
Yeah.
a
Havana,
word.
Cuba.
Yeah, I haven't heard from her in months. It's almost like she's dead.
She's probably hanging out with Trudeau, smoking some good green and trying on girl underwear and shit like that together, or whatever the fuck they do, you know. What?
Yeah,
them motherfuckers.
Socks and
I can see that. I can see all of them hanging out, with their adrenochrome and all that good shit. Oh yeah,
Wow.
I heard something about that stuff. Is that true? That chrome stuff. Is that true?
My opinion, it is 100% true, and it has been true for about 500-600 years.
Huh. Yeah, just look at the missing children reports.
Yeah, missing children reports. That's all.
Everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. All over. Mhm.
Look at what Epstein's Island was all about.
Yeah.
That's where I heard the first time I heard about that.
Yes. Yeah,
These peoples are freaking ghouls, man.
They
They're
are
monsters.
They invoke fear
They are
in
monsters.
children and they suck it out of them.
I don't want to go there, but if you go back to certain religions and rabbis, when they would take the skin off of a baby,
Uh-huh.
they would get their fear so intensified, they would suck the blood from that clipped area. You have to do your own research. I'm not going any deeper into it. I'm not
I
going
get it.
to offend people.
I get it.
But yes, that is in documented history. But once again, history is only written by the victorious. You
Yeah.
only get one half of the story.
Yeah, if that. Mhm.
If that, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Even
So
Q
what-
was saying Adrenochrome, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing is for sure. One certain thing for sure. There is no peace on this earth. There's nowhere. There is no peace.
You know how they say that there's heaven and hell?
Yeah.
I don't exactly believe in that because I believe this is hell. And
Yeah,
as soon as we shed this meat suit, we go to heaven. But
Yeah.
it's not that easy.
Yeah.
You know, we are here in a three-dimensional matrix. For some reason, we chose to come here for whatever reason it is. And once we shed this meat suit, we have the choice to move on to bigger and better things or come back for the experience that we lacked the last time we were here.
Yeah.
It's my opinion.
Yeah, it's
Mine only.
basic in Buddhism. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't assign
I'll
to
go
any
ahead and
religion.
say I believe parts of that.
Well, one thing I'm glad to hear
And
that,
I have other beliefs as well.
Yeah.
okay, the thing that struck fear into my heart and by my own knowledge is I'm glad he didn't use the words martial law. That's when everything turns to a bucket of shit right now. I'm seriously, I've been through it. I know. So if he didn't use martial law and he's got no one to back him up on it, things are going to be okay.
Well,
It's just going to take time.
Apparently, he has no legal backing, correct, Sean? Like whatever he's saying right now is just bullshit on paper.
Yeah, he has no legal backing to do it, and you know, it was him throwing out threats.
Yeah. I heard his speech.
And look at what does a defeated tyrant do? Throws out threats.
Cowers in a corner or whatever hole he climbed out of.
And waits for someone else to fight for him while he runs away.
They continue to throw out threats.
Mhm.
All right, well, you know. So, all right, so Sparkle Socks threw out that one. You know, the big martial law one or whatever.
Yeah. State of emergency. Yeah.
Okay, that's a better, at least with our system, a state of emergency
is
as far
big
as
difference.
it's a big difference.
Huge difference.
Because that's why I'm here, because I thought I heard martial law on our news service real quick.
You want to call it? That's great. That's, you know, I'm doing cartwheels for you. Whatever you want to call it. That's
I want to see that, Sean.
But yeah, not a chance with my feet how they hurt. Not right now. But all right, so he threw that out there, unjustified, and he's got nothing to back it up. Nothing.
7 days of unchecked power before he has to justify anything to the parliament. Okay, so he's got 7 days. Okay.
Yeah, but does that unchecked power by the people, because it's already been checked by the truckers, so that's out the window then.
No, it's already been checked by the legal system.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Thanks for that, Ragnarok. Yeah, you know more about your system of government than I do.
He's got
well,
nothing.
basically, whatever Trudeau says from here on out is just talking out of his ass. Period. Really.
Especially since what Ragnarok said that the military refuses to back him up on it.
Yeah,
No,
the military will not
That's
not
fantastic.
Good.
Glad to hear that. Yeah.
That's amazing, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because from what I heard was like, oh my God, you don't know what you're in for.
Yeah.
But thankfully, that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hope it doesn't.
I almost shit my hat when I heard it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, what? Really? You can't be serious.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, no, that's what he's trying to throw out, and that's what he's going to continue to do. He hasn't exercised any other fucking strategy yet.
Yeah.
which
You know
is
what?
good.
He should fucking sack up, set up
I
a
wish he
meeting,
would.
set up a meeting with some representatives
Yeah.
and sit down across the table and talk it out.
But
he's a fucking pussy, and he won't do it.
No, he won't.
Bob, he should have done that right from day one.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then he still would have had his money, and the Canadian people would have had their way as well.
Yep.
And you know what? He would have had more clout, and he would have had more favor and backing from the Canadians instead of the fucking 13% he has now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's driven himself to be such a piece of shit.
Our process here, I don't know much about Canada, but if it was in circumstances here, like when part of Seattle was taken over, they first had to sit down with the mayor of the city of Seattle. That's the protocol. Start there, and then they also included the law enforcement and all that. They were all in there making negotiations. That's when they first took the 6 blocks of Seattle. That's when they cut it back to 3 blocks. Okay. And then they had to have a meeting with the governor of the state of Washington. And that's people who've got balls enough to sit down there in an office and negotiate.
Yeah.
And you know what that's called? That's called due fucking process.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which isn't fucking happening here in Canada.
Yeah.
He's just trying to sling his whatever rules he wants to pull out or sling mud.
His political career is over. For sure, his political career is over. Absolutely over.
Absolutely hung himself. I wish I was in the rope business right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd sell him a mile.
So, guys, unfortunately, I would love to sit here and talk all night, but technically, I'm at work.
Yeah, I got it.
The building arms itself in 25 minutes. So
okay. Peace out, you guys. Hang in there, Canada.
Thank you. Bob, we got to talk about your experiences at a later date. Absolutely. I want to hear your side of things.
Okay. I'll do that with you anytime.
Yep. And Sean, thank you, buddy.
Hey, no problem, Chris.
It's good to hear from you. It's been a while.
Thanks, man.
Peace, guys.
I'm dealing with some medical shit and trying to get it done. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you, ever so gracious host.
I'm just glad you're okay, buddy. I haven't heard from you, and it's like just a couple videos in the last month or two about.
That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing fuck all. I'm moderating on a couple of channels. That's about it.
Yeah.
I'm I lurk, and I was lurking at you before I jumped in. I'm still everywhere lurking at shit, but I just can't be leaned forward doing all the tasky shit.
Yeah, well, that's a really
so I'm on a massive fucking break, man. I need to get my medical shit worked out.
Yeah, well, after all this bullshit, I imagine you kind of have to wait, right?
Well, I don't. My body gives me no choice. It just hurts to do it or to not do it, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Sitting back like this, sitting up like this hurts. Sitting back hurts less. If I have my feet up, it hurts way less. But if I'm hunched over on a keyboard like this, it really puts a lot of pressure on my feet and legs.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the amount of pain I experience it's almost impossible to do it for an hour straight. Moderating for some channels, and like I was a huge moderator for Prepper Nurse One for a long time, and I just had to take a complete break because that's 4 hours a week of me leaned over of this, and what it's doing is putting pressure on my feet and causing me pain.
No good.
Just
No
can't
good.
do it.
Yep.
So I had to give up a whole bunch of fucking shit and
Well, your health is most important. Like,
prep your body first and foremost. Prep your health.
yeah,
Guys, gals.
yeah.
Because if you don't have your body to prep, then you can't prep your spirituality.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sean, I've gone through some major changes in the last few years, such as dropping 110 pounds, eating more organic foods, and actually quitting smoking of both varieties. So,
wow, good for you, man. That's freaking amazing.
yeah.
I know you went through some transformations, but until this point in time, I hadn't heard exactly what they were. But thank you ever so much for sharing that with me.
Yeah, and wifey too. She still smokes cigarettes, but one step at a time. She's lost 50 pounds herself and eating more organic foods as well. So
you know what? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Both you guys and gals got my applause.
Thanks, buddy. No, you have our applause, honestly.
I'm just some guy, man.
But
you're
fight,
some awesome guy.
Just like the only thing I could do is push my positive vibrations. What you can do is what's good for your people.
And you know what's good for the people? Supporting the people.
That's it. That's all it takes.
Where do I hang out at night? I'm not here all the time, but look where I am now.
Yeah.
Right.
You came at the right time.
And I hang out in small channels, honestly.
Yeah.
When I'm not moderating for big channels, I hang out in tiny channels.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on in those big channels right now, Sean. I'm sure you've been busy.
Yeah.
Well, there's more important parts of things going on in smaller channels because you can actually have genuine conversations with people.
Like this. Yeah.
Exactly.
And actually conversate with your chat as well.
100%.
Yeah, you get up there with the 5,000 people and you can't read the chat anymore.
Yeah. You know what? Like, I don't know what kind of response I'm going to have once I go live again, because I used to do 2 times a week live streams, and I quit that because of my medical condition.
Yeah, exactly.
It just hurts to do it too much, and I can't concentrate enough to focus well enough to give the people the good credit they should be given.
Exactly. Yep.
So I've taken a step back from doing that, but when I do go back to doing it, like in the past, I've had 150 people consistently in the chat.
Yeah.
At times, and that's pretty freaking difficult to negotiate.
It is. Yeah.
Even as being a good moderator with having good moderators, it's not easy to negotiate.
Yeah. No, it isn't. But all right, buddy. It is so good to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing well and you're taking care of everything.
Well, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah. Look after yourself. I'm doing the things. Do the things, folks. Do the stuff.
Yep, exactly. All right. And that being said, I'm going to leave you all with a cosmic exit and have a wonderful night. And peace, love, and happiness to everybody.